Like, you cannot completely depend on another person, that some stranger would give you any kind of a feedback, because if you talk to someone, so they would be talking with you because they do not have any kind of a English environment. And if you do that thing for 30 days, so you will be able to find out 30 mistakes, and it will make you an effective speaker. So you will become a better version of yourself. So that's how we improve. That's good. So how has your day been so far, Amrita ji?
It was very good, sir. I saw, just I woke up and I saw your message. Then I can say, then I feel good. Okay, I have a something today. So let's talk with sir because it's a long time. I'm waiting for your call, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not able to text to you because of critical situation going on due to my
Mhm.
family. So that's why. Then just I came back 15 days ago in my place. So just in between, it's I'm not able to practice as my potential, as my capacity because of some reason. Then 15 days after, I come back on my track again.
Okay, so it means like you were having some problems in your life, and due to those problems, you were unable to do practice. And 15 days ago, you started practicing. So that's wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Means there was a break.
Because I'm not able to do listening practice or whatever, but I'm able to talk because I know whenever I quit this journey, like a speaking practice, and what I feel, because previous days I was also faced some problem related to speaking. So I quit my three part. It is okay for me, like a listening part, speaking like a listening part, writing part, reading part. It is okay for me. But when I quit a speaking part, so I face a ample of problem. I'm not able to convey my message. It's a very easy thing, but I'm not able to convey my message. Then I feel anyhow in in that situation also, I'm only doing speaking practice half an hour and 1 hour as I get time. So yeah.
Okay, that's lovely, I think. And it is, it is very challenging for anyone if they do not do practice, or they do not give enough time in terms of speaking in English. Because if you do not do practice, so you will face many challenges to speak in English, and you will be able to, unable to express your views. So it happens with everyone. So what about, like, if I talk about 15 days ago? So, what kind of a practice did you start doing? For instance, did you start reading some book as well, or did you start listening to few people, or were you doing only speaking practice?
Before earlier stage, then I was my initial stage. Then I only two things mainly I'm doing like speaking part and listening part because I
Mhm.
know listening is a very important. So listening and speaking because I'm not too much. I have a curiosity to reading because why I'm not curiosity to reading because whenever I start read book, then I feel one page I read and I'm not able to understand what it means to say. So this is a very less thing. But whenever I tried, I forget actually what I understand or not understand. But my main purpose is that only reading. Then I can start this thing slowly and gradually. I can get a good confidence and way of speaking. And as I know, loud speaking a part a vital role in our speaking. We all know so, because of someone told me, Amrita, you also can do things. Most of the time, I'm lagging
Mhm.
two things because I'm not interested in writing also and reading also. But 15
Mhm.
days ago, just I started two books I read in well, like I'm not able to get 100%, but I can say 80% I know what mean to say in this book. Now I'm reading Good Vibes, Good Life and Atomic Habit I also completed. So And someone told me, she's also good speaker in this group, like you are a drastic change when, like I feel in your speaking. Like 2 months ago, I talked with you, and it's a very long time after. 2 months after, she talked with me. Then she told me. So as I am not able to judge me, like I'm doing good way or not way, but she told me, so okay, she's not doing a 100% right. So yeah, she's a 50% is absolutely right. So I'm thinking I carry on my this journey. It's a very good way because I'm all the time I'm lagging two ways. Writing, I'm not come on track in writing. Two or three days I write something and after that I quit. But three things still I'm doing.
Okay, okay, that's lovely, I think. And you know what I really think about writing or reading? It is an essential part, but you can do that thing. For example, when you use your mobile, so you read the things. So it is happening. Okay, and if I talk about writing, so sometimes when you send a message to your friend, so if you are sending in Hindi, so you can just change it. You can switch writing the messages in English. So you can do some kind of a changes, and you do this kind of a things, I think. And speaking is must, I think, and because your goal is to become an good speaker, I think. So your goal is to become a good speaker. So that's why speaking is very necessary. So what about the challenges like right now you are facing when it comes to interact with another person?
Right now I'm facing a problem whenever I start anything related to topic, like anything I know about this topic. So it is very good for me. I explain good manner. But someone asks me anything, then I am very hard to explain in Hindi. So how is
Mm,
it possible I explain in English? So sometimes I face not most of the time, but yeah, whenever someone asks me like Amrita, this is a topic. Like someone asks me,
mhm,
what नोटोरियस पर्सन लाइक अ कुख्यात व्यक्ति जो जिसका नाम खराब हो सोसाइटी में, then I'm
mhm,
thinking or not to say in this topic. So sometimes I'm also get stuck. But whenever it comes to related to goal, education, success, uh, any like a shopping, this kind of topic, it's a nowadays I'm interested in those topic. Anyone ask me discussion, Amrita, you are ready to discussion. So I don't think about too much. I start or like anyone ask to me, so I can start very easily. And what my perception in this topic, I try to explain whatever I have. So I try to explain but not too much, but slowly and gradually try to read a book. Actually, this 15 days ago, I feel like how much important in this way I'm doing practice like too much time. Then I know I'm lagging in this way. I was work upon it my previous day, so I improved a lot. Whatever I have, I'm satisfied with that, but I improved a lot. But most of the
mhm.
time I'm in reading part, but at least I started.
Yeah, that's wonderful, I think. Okay, so I'm curious to know about your journey a bit, like feedback plays an important role. So how do you give yourself a feedback? For example, if you talk to someone and if he or she tells you, okay, you are making this mistake, so do you try to find out the answer? Like if you do not know the rule, if you do not know the idiom or phrase, so do you search it on Google, and after that, next time when you have a conversation with someone, so at that time you try to use the correct grammar? So do you do this kind of a thing? Do you give a feedback to yourself?
If I talk about related to grammar, sir, so I
Mhm,
definitely say that not too much focus about grammar still now.
mhm,
But whenever I try to too much focus, think in my mind, this in a bars or word, then I was a stop and still I'm a stop. That's why I'm not too much focusing. I'm focused whenever I try to watch
mhm,
some video. Then I'm focused at that time. I have to use this thing, that thing. it's a very good way. I'm never like a no one have a capacity to judge with anyone. So first
Mm-hmm.
thing, any time I want to judge myself, so first thing I do, you told me one thing, sir. Like 3 or 4 days ago, it's a very good way. Someone told me this is a good idea, bad idea. So first I try to work upon it, and after that I decided this is work for me or not work for me. Then you told me, Amrita, you try to record yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
this helped me a lot. Then I tried to record myself, but then I know what is my potential, what I have stuck. Whenever I try to explain something related to any topic, so which
Mm-hmm.
time I understand those things. So I record myself, and anyone in my eye, anyone is a better than me. Then I'm asking at that time, what in which part I have to work upon it. Nowadays, I'm also whenever I try to connect, I have also took a subscription in Joe's skill. Then someone is better than me. Then I ask.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I can't ask. Then he gave me someone is preparing for a long time, like a 2 years or 3 years in this journey. He or she is a very continuously work upon it. Then I ask those things. First, I want to know who is one person they can give me a feedback. What is
Mm-hmm.
her or him potential? They are able to give me feedback because right path is how much important we all know. Someone told me like you are trying to this examinations you have to purchase this book and you have to read this book. It's not like that. We purchase one book and we try to read 100 times. This is a thing. So someone told me this thing, so this is important in my perception.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay, that's good, I think. But my question was like, how means like you cannot completely depend on another person that some stranger would give you any kind of a feedback because if you talk to someone, so they would be talking with you because they do not have any kind of a English environment, and if you ask them, so they can misguide you, or maybe sometimes they can give you a destructive feedback or maybe a constructive feedback. Like it is very important you should give a feedback to yourself, and for that, as you mentioned, you do not have lots of grammatical knowledge, so it is not like that. If you have a little bit grammatical knowledge, I think basic knowledge you must be having. If I speak about tenses, models, or if I talk about conditional, a little bit conditional. So whenever you just you know speak with someone and you face any kinds of a hesitation, okay, right now I am struggling to construct a sentence, so at that time you can write down that thing. Or as you mentioned, like whenever you try to discuss some topic with anyone, so you do not know how to start it, and you just get stuck, nothing comes in your mind. So at that time you can watch any videos on YouTube also, because in my view, there's so much content available on YouTube, so you can follow any one content creator, and after that try to implement it. The main problem is, I think, we always try to just gain lots of knowledge, but we never try to use it. So just try to just get a little knowledge and try to implement it, because there are so many videos available on YouTube. If you talk to someone, so they must be having a different knowledge and you must be having a different knowledge, so just try to make your base so strong so that you will feel confident about yourself. And right now I can notice like the way you are delivering your speech, so it is extremely good, because you are very comfortable with your tone, and you are you're not facing any kind of a issues, like whatever is coming inside in your mind, you are saying that thing without facing any kind of a issue. So like you are fluent, I think, in my opinion, I think. So you can work on your accuracy, means like whenever you say something, so you just have to be a little bit mindful. For example, if you make a mistake regarding past tense, so you just have to keep one thing in your mind, like okay, next time I will not make this mistake. Then second day find out another mistake, then try to work on that mistake, then third day, then fourth day, then fifth day. So that's how, like if you do that thing for 30 days, so you will be able to find out 30 mistakes, and it will make you an effective speaker. So you will become a better version of yourself. So that's how we improve, I think. And if you enroll yourself in any kind of a course, or if you take any one-to-one classes, so they will teach you like that, so you can do it by yourself as well. So no, do not, do not try to become perfect, just try to become a better version of yourself. Every day you can learn any vocabulary and try to use it, because mm, I also face the same issue you are facing right now, so I can completely understand you. Why are you laughing?
Because I am facing at that time problem. My problem is that I'm not able to understand. Anyone asks to me, you explain in this topic in Hindi. So I don't know
Oh,
about in Hindi. This is a thing. How is it
okay,
possible?
no worry. For
Hmm.
that, I think you have to start listening to people. So you can choose any good speaker. For example, like sometimes I listen to BK Shivani ma'am. So she's very good, I think. Her communication skill is very strong. You can start listening to TEDx speakers. And the most important thing, you have lots of knowledge. So, you have not sized up yourself. You have not sized up any kind of a question. So try to think, okay, if I explain this topic in my own view, so what should I say? So if you do this activity every day, so you will be able to, get rid of this problem. I think it's all about your point of view. Just try to develop a point of view, and it is not related to English. It is just related to your personality. So whenever you go outside, whenever you watch anything, so try to observe like what that person is trying to say, or what will be my view about this topic. So if you do that thing regularly, so you will not run out of thoughts. You will be able to explain about any kind of a topic. Or it does not mean like that, like if you start explaining about any kind of a topic, so you have to keep on topic. Sorry, you have to keep on speaking. You just have to share your opinions. It can be in 4 or 5 lines, or it can be in 15 or 16 lines. So your thought should be clear, and if you are able to explain your thought, whatever is coming inside your mind, you can make another person understand, so that is good. So just in one line, if I want to say that in nutshell, just try to observe people, try to listen to them carefully, and your
Yes.
problem will be solved, I think.
That was it.
That's nice, I think. Okay, so okay, let's talk about a topic. I think it's a very when I woke up early in the morning, so I was just listening to few conversations. So there was a beautiful topic like about childhood, and I think childhood is a very chilling period of our time, like our life. So if I talk about favorite memory of your childhood, so would you like to talk about it? Like, what is your favorite childhood memory?
I have a lots of I have a lots of memories in my childhood. But I want to share. It's mean to like I would love to share with you one memories I have. Like my father teach me a one lesson for my life. Like very like I was very initial stage. Then I started school like a very small, not very small I can say, like one standard, one standard, and
Oh,
all children say like, Papa, I don't want to go to school. Like me, I'm also same thing doing all day doing like that. And one day my father is thinking, see, all the time because I am very close to my father rather than my mother. So I'm very close to my father all the time. Okay, leave it. You don't want to go to school. So why are you again and again try to say this thing? Leave it. One day same thing happened. Second day also same thing happened. Third day this thing happened. Then my father tried to teach me a lesson. Then uh, um, he told me my mom anyhow try to dress up. Then I dress up my uniform Anyhow, then after that, my mom said to my father, uh, you try to you, you try to reach a school. So my father lift me up on my
Mhm.
on him. Then I tried to crying, and then I tried to say to my father, uh, again I can't say to you because it's my school is very near. Uh, it's a very near about my it's a very near to my home. Okay, it's a very near to my home. So it was
Okay.
very same moment for me because all my friends saw at me at that time. At the
Mhm.
father, please here leave me, and I wanna go to school in myself. And after that, I never say to my father, I don't wanna go to school. So my father teach me a one lesson in my life. Whenever you try to know something, so like parenting is a very important part in our life. Whatever our parents teach a lesson in our life, we try to implement, and all the time we think about it. We have to all the time keep in my mind also this thing. And same thing one day, doing same thing one day, uh, same thing doing my daughter also. So I'm thinking in just my childhood memory because I was also same thing doing at same time. So this is my. I have not too much idea about lots of memory, but I'm not. This one is a teach me a lesson. So that's why suddenly clicked in my mind. So I like a first time I tried to say this story. So it's was hard for me to explain how to say or not to say because I'm thinking in my mind and simultaneously I want to trying to say to thing also. So I don't
Yeah.
know you understand or not. Are you understand what I mean to say? Sir?
Um, I understood a bit, I think, but I was struggling a little bit. No worries at all. Okay. Okay, so Amrita ji, I think it is more than 21 minutes. So I think we have to wind up this conversation. So before that, I will tell you few things, I think, so that you can work on yourself. And the second time when I interacted with you, so you were so enthusiastic at that time, and you were speaking so well. But I think there is a gap, so because of that you are facing few challenges, and that is the reason you are unable to express your views. But your plus point is like you are very comfortable with your tone, so it is your plus point. Many people, they are not comfortable with their rate of speech, so they struggle a lot. They think whether they are speaking right or wrong. So it is your strength, I think. And second thing, if I talk about it, so you always just try to say whatever comes in your mind. You do not filter it, so that is also like really good point, and it will help you in future whenever you are trying to express your views, or maybe if you give any kind of a interview, so at that time it would be very helpful. And if I talk about the weak part, so I think it is a grammatical portion. I think sometimes you are unable to construct the good sentences. Your tone is perfect, okay? You are very comfortable, but grammatically you are not correct sometimes, and you are just saying one sentence, one mistake also again and again, something like that. Or in past, I think past you are lacking. I'm again telling you. So you can just just be mindful whenever you are explaining anything in the past, but because when you were telling about your story, for example, your favorite childhood memory, so at that time you were mentioning in the past about your father. My father taught me a lesson. Okay, so it would be good, I think. You said like my father teaches me a lesson, so it means the sentence is correct but the context is wrong if you are mentioning in the past. So because he just gave you a piece of advice in the past, so you have to say like my father taught me a lesson. And after after that you said that like my father teaches me a lesson, so that is good because at that time you were talking in present time. So it is the little mistake. Just whenever you speak with anyone, so just try to be mindful. Okay, for example, like when I started the conversation, so I said that how has your day been so far? Okay. So you said that like it was good. Hmm? So you could have said that like my day has been so good right now. Hmm? So it would be nice, I think, because if someone asks you the question in present perfect, so you should answer in that way. I'm not saying like it was incorrect, but if you would give the answer in that way, so it would be so good, because I think grammatically it is correct. And apart from that, I think this portion I think you have to work on, and it would be your homework. I think I can say that, because if I tell you, about any other thing, so you like it will mess up in your mind. You are not going to work on. So just first try to remove this thing. Whenever you try to speak with someone, just make sure if you mention anything in past, so just try to say that thing in past. Okay, if you say something in present, so say that thing in present. A little bit mindful, you can just do a practice also. You can record your voice, and after that just say, just give yourself a topic. For example, when did you visit theater? Okay, you can try to explain about any kind of a movie, or anything in past you can explain, and just try to notice yourself, and just point out any mistake if you find out related to v2 verb. And next time also you can record it next day, and I am pretty certain you will not make that mistake, because if you will be little bit mindful, so you're not going to make the same mistake again and again. Okay, I think this is the thing. And few mistake also you do it related to past, I think, so it was same, I think, related to v2 form. But no worries, I think apart from that I
I
did. Hmm?
because because whenever I try to say something in past, no, then I most of the time I stuck. Not a stuck, like I'm framing sentence in, but in a wrong manner.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. And there were some things also, like you use the word ample. So uh, so when we use ample, so like ample amount of money, so we say the sentence in that way. So I do not remember the whole sentence, but yeah. So this kind of a things is missing, I think. So but apart from that, you are good. Okay, just try to be little bit mindful, and try to give yourself a feedback, I think. That
Yes,
would be
yes,
very helpful. Okay, so in the
yes.
last, I want to ask Amrita ji, what is your aim? Where do you see yourself after 1 year?
I want to become entrepreneur in my life, women entrepreneur in my life. This is my aim. That's why I'm working on it. Because I don't want to doing some job related. I want
Okay.
to start from a startup.
Okay. And sorry, Amrita ji, could you repeat again? I could not hear you at that time.
It's a very long time aim, sir. First, I want to do some job because of get some knowledge and because of practicing also. And after that, I see myself in 1 or 2 years after women entrepreneur in my life. I
Okay,
want to.
entrepreneur.
Uh,
Okay, okay, okay. That's good, I think. So at that time, you need this language, because I think most of the times entrepreneur, they interact with each other in English. So that would be a good practice for you. And maybe you have to write lots of things, so you can start doing from today onwards also. And I can give you a piece of advice as well. Just do not try to do not try to be really hard of yourself. Do not push yourself so hard. Just try to keep it very simple. You just have to uh, work on your weakness every day. Try to find out your weakness, and you have to work on it. For example, you can learn a new vocabulary, and try to use it. It's not like you have to learn so many vocabularies, because my vocabulary is also not good. Okay, so for example, for vocabulary also there is another word we can use it, like lexical resources. So the same is. So like, so you can work on it, and apart from that, little bit mistakes you can work on it. And if your basic is so strong, so you will be able to communicate with anyone. Okay, so these two things is very necessary, I think. So it
Yeah.
is like that, you just learn 10% and you just try to implement that 10% and try to revise everything if you come across any kind of a new word. And if you are unable to implement that word, so don't worry, just try to get the context and try to implement it again and again. After 5 or 6 days, you will be very comfortable with that word, I think. I think it will help you a lot. Or if you are also like very interested to improve your English also, so you can take any kind of a subscription also, so it can help you, or try to connect with an expert also. It would be good, I think.
Yeah, relate all the time lagging also to grammar. That's why na, someone told me like you are doing mistake in your past. Then you started reading books, so you help me. You help
Hmm.
a lot. So that's why I started book also. Uh, yeah, that's why I started, and I'm better than previous, I guess. I'm doing, but yeah, in between it's a long gap because actually some very critical. My mother-in-law suffering from heart attack first time, so I have to stay with her 1.5 months. So that's why it's a happening. But now I come on track, and you give me a suggestion. Whatever you give me a feedback, I try to implement in these days, like a daily basis. First thing, I love what you give me feedback for. You try to find out your mistake in a day, and you are able to find out your mistake, then you try to don't repeat again. This is a very good one. I'm not still doing this way. I'm 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 speaking, I'm listening, but whenever it comes to find a mistake, so I'm not still doing. And you are saying one thing also, right? So like you said to me, Amrita, like you are 30 days, you find out one mistake. That's still one mistake. So in the months you are able to find your 30 mistakes. So this thing is also good. And this thing keep in my mind also daily basis. I try to record myself whatever I did mistake in my previous date and I try to repeat day by day. So it's also best part of learning. So I'm lagging in this way. That's why it's a very good someone give me a something related to my related to feedback. So it's also we have to understand it's a really feedback. Like I'm like a grammatical, like whatever you say to me, and you also say to me. Then second time I talked with you. I'm also at that time not good in grammar. Like I know about tenses, modals, but now tense, conditional, narration, voice, this kind of things I don't know very much. Little I know, not able to use. I like a little knowledge is sometimes dangerous. That's this kind of happen with me. Like a little things I know very thing, but I don't know too much. So now I as my here I tried. I tried. So
Hmm.
I try, not try. Try. I will try.
That's wonderful. I think you need just a mentor who can guide you a bit. So it would be very wonderful for you. But you can become your own mentor also if you just follow a routine, and so you can improve drastically, I think, in my opinion. And just try keep doing the thing again and again, like whatever you are comfortable, and try to believe in yourself, and do not really worry about it grammar. Okay, just try to just the thing I told you, just try to work on that thing, and it will make you a good speaker, I think. And you will improve a lot, I think. And when you were saying like I'm doing a mistake or I did mistakes, so just instead you can say that like I'm making mistakes. I think you must be aware about that thing. Okay, so next time you can yeah. Okay, no worries at all.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much, Amrita ji. Okay, I enjoyed speaking with you, and like, so I will meet you again. Okay, if you face any kind of a problems, you can ping me anytime, and there is no worry. Okay, if you face any problem, so just text me. I will definitely talk to you.
Sure. Whenever I feel I have like whenever I feel anything related to in this language, so yeah, sure I will text you.
Oh, yeah. Or you can text me, I think, after a week also. Just try to work on past. I think it will take only 3 or 4 days to remove that thing. After that, you will be so confident about yourself, I think. And after then, try to work on other things.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And try to take few initiatives in your life and just keep smiling. That is the only way to make you a good speaker. Try to be positive.
Yes, of course, sir. Okay, yes, sir. It's a
Okay.
very nice conversation. I'm
Okay.
thinking all the time. I talk with sir three times Ajay sir because not like facing some problem. I'm not feeling good or not because of some feedback. Feedback is also very necessity. Good feedback. That's why I'm again. I want to talk with you. Uh, like the third time I texted you, so I have a know this thing like a whatever. Like you told me, sir. I have a eye flu. Yeah, I have eye flu. That time I'm thinking, actually, I just need to feedback. I want to talk with you
Oh,
on audio or video call and anything or whatever. If you're possible to attend a video call, it is okay for me. It's a very good for me. Not okay for me. It is very good for me because of I we attend a video call, so we get a confidence also and whenever we try to audio call, so it's a very less mistake I did. I record my audio also, but whenever it tries video call, it's a very long time. After last I talk with you on a video call, and after it's a very long time again I talk with you on a video call. So three times in my life I tried to on a video call. So whenever I try to, like a first time feeling something feeling in my stomach, like a butterfly in my stomach, but now it's a comfortable. But now it's time to do mistakes. So I did mistake a lot on a video rather than audio call rather than video call. So I did mistake in this way also. So I
yeah,
have
yeah.
to.
Okay, do not worry about it. I think if you interact with someone on a video call, so it is a different kind of experience. If you interact with someone on an audio call, so it is a different experience. So, don't worry about it, I think. And on an audio call, you must be very comfortable. I think we all are very comfortable on an audio call. So, because no one can see you. So, that is the thing. And, if one thing also I can tell you, like my way of giving feedback is very different from other person, I think. So, like they always focus on the mistakes, but I think what I have really observed, like you do not have to focus on so many mistakes because you cannot eradicate it completely. So you just have to focus on some few mistakes which is creating a big hurdle for you in order to become a good speaker. So and that's how you are going to, if you just try to remove it, so you will become good speaker. And try to surround yourself with good people. I think that is the second thing. And consistency also. And when I had eye flu also, so I was not doing practice, and it was very difficult situation for me because I could not open my eyes at that time properly, and I did not know how it happened with me. And I was not doing practice also, so it affects your rate of speech also if you do not interact with someone. Okay, so no worries. You can text me on WhatsApp also. I can talk with you on audio call. No worries. These days I'm doing practice, so I'm interacting with so many people. Okay,
Yes,
so
sure.
okay, thank you.
Is it possible so we can talk, sir? I will
Okay,
pin.
okay, no worries.
Okay, then.
Okay,
Then nice conversation with you, sir. And again, thank you so
yeah, yeah, it's my pleasure. Okay, bye bye. Take care of yourself.